Welcome student. This is the second class of electrochemistry. So in this class we will read what is electrode potential, what is cell potential. Okay. So in the last video we have read about the construction and working principle of a galvanic cell. So zinc electrode behaves like anode, copper electrode behaves like a cathode, electron will flow from anode to cathode and current will flow from cathode to anode. Clear? And here solution behaves like positive, here solution behaves like negative. So thus to neutralize both the half cell we have connected with salt bridge. Clear? Now next is what is electrode potential. So electrode potential means first you see this electrode is negative, solution behaves like positive. Similarly, this electrode is positive, solution behaves like negative. And you know, any two opposite charges when they are in contact with each other, there is some potential difference. And this potential difference is called electrode potential. Clear? So, what is the definition? The potential difference developed between electrode and electrolyte is called electrode potential. Clear? Electrode potential, it is of two types. It is of two types. One is oxidation potential and another one is reduction potential. Oxidation potential and reduction potential. So here you see this electrode anode undergoes oxidation, so it is called oxidation potential. That means the potential difference developed between anode and this electrolyte, this is known as oxidation potential. Similarly, the potential difference developed between this cathode and this electrolyte is called reduction potential. Clear? So how can you represent this oxidation potential and reduction potential? That means electrode potential, how can we represent this? So you see, oxidation potential we can represent like this: E Zn slash Zn2 plus. Okay, so E subscript is Zn slash Zn2 plus, because Zn2 plus Zn undergoes oxidation. So this is oxidation potential representation. Similarly, reduction potential, how can you represent? So reduction potential we can represent like this: E Cu2 plus slash Cu. So copper 2 plus undergoes reduction and zinc undergoes oxidation. Clear? So this is the representation of electrode potential. Okay. Now according to IPSC format system, okay, every electrode we are using its reduction potential format. So remember, this is the important part. For a same metal, oxidation potential equals to negative of reduction potential. For a same metal, how can we represent? You see, suppose E of Zn slash Zn2 plus equals to minus of E of Zn2 plus slash Zn. Clear? So remember this. So you see, oxidation potential equals to minus or negative of reduction potential. So now according to IPSC format system, always you are using in this format, reduction potential format. So if you remember, when in the question means data will be given, always data will be given in the reduction potential format. So no need to change again into oxidation potential format. Clear? Why sir? Because if you change again into oxidation potential format, So in this chapter, whatever formulas are there, all formula will come around. Okay, so that's why electrode potential, it is of two types: oxidation, reduction. Its representation is always according to IPC format, that is reduction potential format. For a same metal, oxidation potential equals to minus of reduction potential. Clear? Then next part is what is standard electrode potential. Next part is what is standard electrode potential. So standard electrode potential means it is the condition definition is almost the same format. So standard electrode potential means it is the potential difference developed between electrode and electrolyte in standard conditions. So what are the standard conditions? So standard conditions are like concentration 1 molar, temperature 298 Kelvin. Okay, if any electrode related to gaseous part, just after this we will read, then we will also consider pressure. Okay, so pressure is 1 bar. Understood? Again, so what is standard electrode potential? So standard electrode potential means it is the potential difference developed between electrode and electrolyte in standard conditions. Okay, and its representation is only you will what mention like this, you see, not you will write. Okay, so like this, E naught. Okay, so these are called the standard electrode potential, and always the standard electrode potential will be in which form? Always it will be in reduction potential form. Clear? Okay. Then next term is what is cell potential? What is cell potential? So you see, cell potential symbol is inert cell. So cell potential, the formula is like this: inert cell equals to inert of right minus inert of left, or inert of cathode minus inert of anode. Okay, so what is cell potential? So the definition is it is the potential difference developed between cathode and anode. It is the potential difference developed between cathode and anode. This is called cell potential. Clear? So its formula will be like this: standard reduction potential of right hand side minus left hand side. And you see why it is negative, because just few minutes before I said always the data will be in reduction potential form. Okay, then only this formula is correct, otherwise this formula is wrong. So inert of right minus inert of left, or inert of cathode minus inert of anode. Okay, so for this galvanic cell, so inert cell equals to that is inert of Cu2 plus Cu minus inert of Zn2 plus Zn. So this data are given in the book, one table given, page number 69. So this data is 0.34 volt minus of minus 0.76 volt. Okay, so it is equals to 1.10 volt. So you see, one answer we got. Why the galvanometer reading will be 1.10 volt? Because this is the cell potential. So that's why in the very beginning what I said, initially there was no reaction. Just after initiating or passing electric current less than 1.1 volt for a very small period of time, then reaction will start and the potential difference will be 1.1 volt. Clear? So this is the meaning of a cell potential. Okay, clear? Now come to the different types of question what I asked earlier. Sir, why zinc loses? Why not copper? Why we are passing less than 1.1 volt? If it is greater than, what will happen? Okay, so this question now we'll what check. Now you see, when, remember this, when this inert cell value is positive, when this cell potential inert cell value is positive, then the cell reaction is positive, means possible. So if inert cell value is positive, then the reaction is feasible. If inert cell value is negative, okay, this reaction is not possible. Similarly, when the inert cell value is what 0, so this inert cell value 0, actually it is not possible. Clear now? So this is the actually what significance of cell potential. So again, so when the cell potential inert cell value is positive, then the reaction is feasible. If the cell potential value is negative, the cell reaction is not possible or not feasible. Clear? So this is one significant. Second one is, you see, the electrode whose inert value is negative. So zinc inert value is minus 0.76, copper inert value is plus 0.34 volt. So remember, out of the two metal, the electrode whose inert value is less, it is always act as anode. Less means maybe both are positive, both are negative, one is positive, another one is 0. So the out between these two electrode, the electrode whose inert value is less, it is always used as anode. Why, sir? Now if you see, suppose if you take zinc as cathode, copper is anode, then inert cell value will come minus 1.101 volt. Which one is not possible, not feasible. So that's why when zinc and copper will be given, always zinc is used as anode. Why? Because its inert cell value is minus 0.76 volt, copper inert value is plus 0.34 volt. Got the idea? Clear? Then second question is, sir, why less than 1.1 volt? So you see, if you pass less than 1.1 volt, the cell reaction is feasible or possible. That means zinc loses, copper 2 plus gains. But if you pass greater than 1.1 volt, reverse reaction takes place. That means zinc Zn2 plus gains electron, copper loses electron. Which one is not possible? Which one is not possible or not feasible? Clear now? Okay, so that's why only possibility is this. Means zinc loses electron, copper 2 plus gains electron. Clear now? So check now. Clear? Then next part is, you see, so in this galvanic cell, suppose one half cell is present, another half cell is not present. One half cell is present, another half cell is not present. So in that case, how can you calculate the inert cell? In NCERT book, first in text question. So in that case, you see, how can you calculate this? So in that case, we will use hydrogen electrode. We can use hydrogen electrode. Hydrogen electrode. So hydrogen electrode, its working part is like this. One beaker. Okay. So here one glass tube, which one is sealed and with a tube. From outside we are passing hydrogen gas. Concentration is 1 molar HCl. Here it is platinum wire, okay, coated with platinum black, and it is like this. Clear? So this is hydrogen electrode. Again, so this is a tube, okay, glass tube. So inside this platinum wire is sealed, and over the platinum wire we have taken platinum black. Okay, it is coated with platinum black. Platinum black is what? Platinum black is powdered form of platinum. Why? Only to absorb more hydrogen gas. Powdered form means because when platinum wire normally it is a metal surface, is regular surface. But when it is coated with platinum powder, then the surface will be irregular so that it can absorb more hydrogen gas and it is dipped in 1 molar HCl. Clear? So this is one half cell. So this hydrogen electrode, it can be used as cathode, it can be used as anode. Clear? So hydrogen electrode, it can be used as cathode, it can be also used as anode. So when it used as cathode, what will be its cell reaction? So cathode cell reaction, you see, cathode means it again, so H plus aqueous plus E gives rise to half H2 gas. Clear? When it is anode, H2 gas gives rise to H plus aqueous plus E, half like this. Okay, so this is cathode and this is anode. So what will be its cell representation? So its cell representation is like this: H plus aqueous slash H2 gas, okay, bracket 1 bar pressure, because it is standard electrode, 1 bar pressure slash 1 extra will write platinum because platinum is used as electrode. Okay, similarly when it is used as anode, just reverse. So platinum slash hydrogen gas bracket 1 bar pressure slash H plus aqueous. Clear now? So hydrogen electrode, it is used as cathode, it can be also used as anode. And clear now? So what is its inert value? So its inert value is H plus slash H2 is 0.00 volt. So you see, suppose when zinc this side present, so zinc inert value is how much? Zinc inert value is minus 0.76. Okay, hydrogen inert value is how much? 0. So out of these two, which one is less? Zinc is less. So that's why when zinc and zinc sulfate is present, hydrogen is used as cathode. Similarly, suppose when zinc and zinc sulfate is not there, copper and hydrogen is there. So copper inert value is 0.34 plus hydrogen is 0. So which value is less? Hydrogen is less. So in that case, hydrogen is used as anode. Clear now? So that's why you see, how can you represent one cell using hydrogen electrode? Okay, clear now? So this is the idea. Again I am telling, hydrogen gas we are passing outside. This is platinum wire coated with platinum black, dipped in 1 molar HCl. It gains cathode, loses anode. Its half cell representation, its inert value is 0.00 volt. So this is called hydrogen electrode, or this is also known as standard hydrogen electrode. That's why we can write as SHE, standard hydrogen electrode, or NHE, normal hydrogen electrode. So hydrogen electrode can be used as cathode as well as anode. Okay, that means it can be used as right hand side as well as left hand side, depending on the which type of metals we are taking as a electrode. Clear? Okay, so suppose zinc sulfate is present, suppose this side is not present. So this side, what will use it? This side will use hydrogen electrode. So in that case, how can you represent cell representation? So in this case, cell representation is same thing, Zn solid slash Zn2 plus aqueous double slash H plus aqueous slash H2 gas slash Pt. Okay, so this is the representation when hydrogen electrode is used as what? Cathode. Similarly, when hydrogen is used as anode, so in that case, representation format is like this: platinum slash H2 gas slash H plus aqueous double slash Cu2 plus aqueous slash Cu solid. So like this, these are the representation using hydrogen electrode. Clear now? So that's why in the book one question is there. How can you calculate the electrode potential of magnesium? Okay, Mg2 plus slash Mg. So directly we can use what hydrogen electrode we can use. Clear now? So this is the meaning of your the galvanic cell. Then next is a standard hydrogen electrode or normal hydrogen electrode. Clear now? Okay.